Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much. Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly. and other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago, or more recently, Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago, without even a token of defense, they're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly. My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied, and we will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Thank you very much. That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day. It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of our country. As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural. And very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states. And the popular vote, we won by millions of people. To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true. Thank you. Thank you. National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country, we will not forget our Constitution, and we will not forget our God. Can't do that. Today, I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities. As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again, right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers. In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents, something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies. Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families. Thank you. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs. President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States. The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money than ever spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made, and Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form, and that includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back. Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars. Ambition is the lifeblood of a great nation. And right now, our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail, the ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best. From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America, promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We are going to win like never before. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to the Voice of South Pacific, a Pacific Islanders broadcast from Seattle, Washington at the Manamo'i Center. Today is September 11 of 2024. Today is the day that also like a memorandum for the country since they have that big things they know that was 9/11 back in 2001. So it's about like 23 years from now. Malo la Maria ho eki pe malele tonga kotoa tau te tu uta mo imai wa umai ke a koe ni. Koe ata fukeno September o wa fe wa fa tau fa feta I koe nga koe. Ho ek mo ka inga tau fa feta ke eki e tau toe ma whainga mari koe ni o tau. Whiongo aki I he ea, pia motolko mo lava o mea mai, o ku whiawhia o pita tata Lelei ki motolo he whiawhini. Ange koe a koe lawe atki mo koe ni a Sirivia, koe kaue ni ngai polokalama manakoa au pito mo whiawhanongoa e he tau kainga tonga, ai uwha matala ko ia o mao mai mea treta Pakieli. Haviri, ai une tokoni ki tau tolu I he whakahinohino mo e whakamanatu, ai ngahi mea tokoni, koe hae ngahi mea o tau whai ke toe whalerei I ange ai, ka pau oku ke mo ua I he whaingata a koia o sino, ai whakatata ki ai, mo ngahi whaingata a kehepe, ka kunehanga o taki e tau tokanga, pia mo e tau tokoni mai ki tau tolu ke mahino, ai ngahi mea peia o ku lahi apito pe o ke mapure I pe e koe, whanonga he ngahi prokalama e toke tā, mea whaiteri he pea au ka pau ke whie mo ui pa ke whai ngahi mea kone o kune whahinohino mai, ma ngahi mea ke pe o si mea I pe koe ia mei api pe koe lautohi pe koe si o whanongonong. Kai ke toi whaloloa, e toi tā Pakieli Haviri mau whiawhia ke taritari koe pea whamalo ho tokoni mo I whakaloto lahi ki o tau kāinga ke whinga I ke tau no whapehe mo I Lelei pe koe toi mo I Lelei ange. Malo au pito.
Io malo vito ko I whainga mari whakavova I he whiawhini ulawa ke tau toi kaunga kau I he retio ko ne Voice of the South Pacific. Ki mua ke kamata ha whipo tano a ki to mua uwhangatu I he ngahi tala whakatapu o toa pe o si au whakeaki ai proklaman. Kai o mai mua whainga mari e moku ke kamata ai whipo tano a ke ka venga o whiawhini. Ka behe foki ki he tario ngai whihu I o ko mai ke whai ki ai ha whipo tano a ki I he whiawhini. Whamalaulahi au pito ko ui ko mo ke whahoko mai ngai whatongia be me I siato. Behe foki e kainga whanongo ko ngā kau mo ki tau tolu I he whiawhini. Whiawhia mau pe I a whainga maari e ulawa ke tau whipo tano a ki ai I he retio koe ni. Koe lai be whangi mea ko whaamu ke whaia ki tānoa ki ai I he whiawhini ko ui ke ne tatakia ke tau polokalama pea mo tokitari ai be a ngai whihui. Koe ulaki e mea ko tānoa, ko whia tānoa ki ai. Ko ui o kui ai ho haalahi au pito I Amerikani ka be whoke ngai whanua la lahi. Ene lere ko ia I he taimini pa mo ne tu I he kahau. Neongo foki I he taimini o kangeu tau ilo ke ngai mea tokoni ko toa pe I he whanua muri. O ku iai foki e mea tokoni o whatu tāmaki pe kui epe foki mo ngai mea tokoni o tau pehe o mo ui rerei. Pako taha ai ho haa whakamaman lahi taimini e kono ui ngā kulahi ai e ku alu ai ngahi u ngā ue ki he mea whamea tokoni ki o lunga ka ku toe maalungange ai kake ai poloparema. Tato te fito I Amerikani ai alu ko ia e poloparema ki he uto, ki he atamai. Ia ku lahi au pito ngai whakautua whikau aki pia moe atamai. Pei kai ke ngā tai toi alu pia moe toto maalunga ka pe he whoki ki he suka pia moe mafu moe kansa ki he futunga maalunga au pito. Ai au whairewa whiwhiri ko hae uhinga mea ku whakalakalaka e ngai umea lahi kai ke whakalakalaka Kada ko mo ke whanonga mai we. O ngot peo kureo,
Ia.
O, iyo, kada ko programa to pea. Mi api ngā ue. Pe e ki mate mate at pehe ko ui he loki konfenisi o tātā puni ai loki. Pe a koe ke fua ko sai e connect.
Maho inga pe e tau
Kake
whelongotu.
ko foki ki he tānoa ni nai e mea kono whaikai ho haa whakamama lahi pe a kue si ai pe a ki tau tolu. Ko hono polpare ma i he polpare ma koe ni o ku lahi rewa o no o hofi a e kakai i e ngai whakoutua ke he. Pe ko pau pe ke tau si o ki ai alo e taimi ke te lahi ang e kansa lahi ang e moe ngā maki mafu. Pe mo ngai whakoutua ke he. Sa i ene tuku e whakamao popo he taimi ni o ko hoa alahi au pito tatau be ke mea toko ni, te tuk tāno ke mea toko ni, kau tāno ki he anga koe ni ngai mea toko ni mouriri ang e fua i a kau pea moe vestapolo. O whatonga i he taimi ni o ku kamata, ana e ospehepe ngai tau lahi mai kana te ke whatonga i lahi o ngi koe o ku whatonga i taimi ni. Ai pehe o ku food deficient ai au sisi au pito anga he nutrition i he ngahi akau ko e ni i he taimini whakawhionaki ki he tau e tonga fulu pe te lahi angi kimu a. Ai au koe konga mau inga pa koe alu koe e taimi e toi alu ke toi sisi i angi. Ai au tau pehe pe e alu nutrition value ko ia o ngahi umea tokonu tau mau ke toi koviang. Pa i hene pehe rewa uhinga rewa ai poropare malahi ko ia i he taimini ku haa ia i he uto. I he tokolahi au pito kulahi au pito ngai poropare mwhekau ake mo e uto. I he taimini. A wao pe ngai whakoutua ke ange ko kansa bea mo e mea ko no inga ko nutrition deficiency. Ai au tau pehepe ko ngai mea tokoni ko ia ko ki he sino alu ke to i si i ange. Ai neongo pe ko hau me he akau. Ai au ko whehui mahu inga rewa o ko loto ki he ilo he tonga he taimini. Koe hae uhinga o ko alwa he taimi ke si ai nutrition value ko ia o e ngahi umea toko ni mo Lelei hange ko ia koe fua i a kauta mo e vestapolo. Pea whainga fua au pito a hono tari o e whehu i koe ni. Ko hono uhinga. He ku alu ai toko lahi ki he fu toko lahi au pito. Pea te fu malunga ange mo fi mao ko ia ke ngai mea toko ni koe ni. Neo hene en taulau fo ko mo i Lelei ka kono mau o futo tua hono ngā ue aki ai whaito o ko ni ko ui ko pesticide ai a ko whaito o ko ni ko tamate a ko ni ai insekite be ngai mahaki ko ia i he akau pe ko hono polo pare ma hono fu overuse ko ni o ngahi kemikare whakatu tamaki ko ni o ku alua e nutrition value ko ia ko nutrition ko ia o ngahi mea toko Lelei ki lalo. Ai ko foi poini mau ingai. Ko no ua ki ai ko whehui mau ingai taha. Ko whaafo ki he tonga ki nao ngā ilo mea ko ni nea ko ki whakasainis. Pei lama rewa ke tau si o ai mau inga ko e tau tupua ke ki motu na ko ni. Sai ko nutrition ko ia ko taha o ngahi mea tokoni mahu inga au pito ki ngā ua e utopa mo ngā ua ko ia ai ngahi misini he sino o ku ia ko minerals. Pea ko minerals o ku ikai ke lava ia i he sino o tangata o ngauhi pe ia te ia. Pea ku ikai ke lava i he sino o monumanu o ngauhi pe ia te ia. O ku ikai ke lava i ngahi monumanu ko toa i tahi o ngauhi ngahi umea koe ni. Koe ngahi umea koe ni mau ia mpea mihe atakai. Sai koe akau, ko ki nau tolpe o nau lava o to o e minerals pea me kere. Ai tau pehepe koe tahi ui ai minerals. Ai tau to o hei kai minerals koe ni. O toki o mai e koe ni kia te tau tolu. O hangepe koe akau. Ka koe ne taimi koe ke to o ai he akau, te tau tāno pe he akau ke whaingo fuang kau toki tāno ki tahi. Koe taimi koe to o ai ke whimau koe ke to o he akau ai minerals pea me he kere. O whimau ai whangi mea ia kui koe siemu Lelei. Ka koho no mau o kuhanga ngai whaito kon ai whaito ai ko ngā ue koe ni ki akau no toka ngai ko ia ai pesticides, pesticides ki he mahakimba mo me a kau, ne hanga ia tamate e whangisiem Lelei koe. Pau kai rewa ke te lava he whangisiem Lelei a koe ni ke ne whaifu I whatongia ko ia, kono whakahu, kono liriu ko ia minerals I he kere ke lava he a kau o tō, pa koe uhinga o maulalo ai. Sa I ne tū koe ki tahi, o te whai polpare ma ta tau pen. O ku lailahi rewa I tahi ia, ai tamu koe ni koe hu whakatapu no hua I koe ia ngahi u whanua lalahi, ngahi u mea veve ke ki tahi, o ku maolunga mea gui koe Macri. Pa I maolunga koe Macri I tahi, pa koe ika koe o tau mau mi tahi, o ku fu hai au pito ia I he Macri. Pe au whakatu tāma ki au pito mea ia koe ia Macri ia ki he neame, whakawheta au kovi ki he mafu, kovi ki he kofua, pe mi kovi ke ngai o kani ko toa tau sino ai Macri. Aia koe ngahi mi sini koe I he sino he kai ke fusai na ngawe I he fu maalunga Macri I he sino. Aia koe ngahi umea ko whakaamu ke tonga he taimin ke nau sio ki ai. Aia alu I he tau tangata mai koe hoko mai, ke toe alu ke toe o hofi ki nau tolu I he ngahi whoko utua ke neongo pehe ku tau nofo Amerika mo mea ka alu ke kovi au pito. Pea koe mea koe koe tokanga au pito ke ngahi umea koe ni sai. Koe hare waha au whakaukau ke ngahi mea koe ni. Ko ki tau tolu koe I tonga au tau monu ia au te ki tau funga lahia ke mea koe ni koe pesticide. Pea koe mea koe koe usai ai, koe tau ngahi ngoue koe mei tonga o whetuku mai. Whetuku mai koe ni koe ki murini, mo whaaonga tau ngahi ngoue koe ia ke mou kai o te mou tue kai ha o mea tokoni o whakatau I murini. Aia koe foi poini mahu I ngaia, ulo akia. Ko hono ua, o ku taimi ke wheinga ai toko taha ko toa pe tonga nofo muri, ke toha ne ki ngoue pe a ana. Aia koe foi konga mahu I ngaia. Whengai ke whakaai ai I he taimini, ke aloha ke whanau ha aho, pe whakamatala mea koe ko whakamatala koe ni. He ka ikai, e ohofi ki nau tolu he audition, ai o lahi fuka e kalase ni whaere, pe iau fumalunga o pito I he taimini. Pe e to e lahi au pito pe mga he polo pare ma koe ki he whakaata mai, pe e to e ohofi ke iki ki nau tolu I he ngahi whoko utua ko toa pe. Kono uhi ngā pe, ko nutrient deficiency, kai tau te whido ki he mea koe ni hui koe minerals. Koe minerals, Mana tui ko tānoa koe ni ki he mea koe ni, koe fumia mahu inga en, pea ko whakamanga pe, ko te o taha en ni Fatima e tau campaign, ke tau ngāu e whakataha e mea koe ni, ke tau toi te ke fwoi ko ngāulua, mea ko whoko ngahi mea koe ni, ka kou tālata ngahi mea e hoko. Ke uinga koe whanau tonga koe ia, tau tolu tupu I muri, ke nau maama koe ni ke I taimi. He koe whakatonga ia ni he taimi ni, mahalo e toki kawai ben, ke he ngai whehu e toki o mai. Te mo whakatonga e tau kaurea koe ni muri ni o ngā fusisino, Koe polo pare mai, koe mea ki mui e toki kailahi ia. Ka koe uinga pe nau sisino, kono uinga o ngā malnutrition. O kai koe uinga malnutrition ia, kono uinga koe tutue. Koe malnutrition koe ai tonga, koe sisino kono ungaha koe ke lava ai sino ia, o veteke mea tokoni koe mau, ke mau mea iwi koe ke ne ngau e kono sino kai lahi ave pe ia, o whakawhere oko pe koe stoa. Pea koe mea pe iku ki ai te nau sisino ki nau tonu. Aia koe taha ia uhinga koe I e tau kaipa, te kaua pe ma tau tolu koe matua tuange. We are all malnutrition. Ai kono uhinga o ku koe o ku mlahi au pito ai ngai u mea tokoni pe nutrition o fema o he sino o ku very deficient au pito ia tau tolu ko ia tonga. Sai koe konga mahui ngai ke tau ki kamata ki e tau polo kalama. Pe pe koe ua e konga ko ki tokanga ki kongo ni fafui akau. E winga ki lailahi tau pehepe u lailahi ngai umba uhala, Pe aku mahu inga au pito ini koe mea lelei fo ke te whakangongi kita ke te toke tā. Ka koe mea ko hanga whakahoko te ati mo tolu. Tala mea ngepe ko mi te whiha o taut mo toke tā o ala tala. O wā mi te ua. Pe pūre toke tā ia ka ke situ mai mo whatunga fo i akau. Ka aku mahu inga au pito ini ki he tonga ke nau ilo mea koe ni. Ko ho mau ko ia ai ngai fo ia kau tau bebe fo ia kau ke toto malunga mafu mo bea. Ko ngai fo ia kau ko ni fo ia kau malo ia pito. Pea oku mau inga au pito ai kai ko ni ko fai ki kai ko no tutuna te to ke ta ke whakauko. Ki he tonga ko tau peu whanongo mai ke tau reti o e fia fini. Oku mau inga au pito a ho o kai pe to follow ngai fo ia kau ko ia whika wake toto malunga pea moi mafu. He koe no uhinga koe ngai fui akau koe ni fu maalohi au pito. Pea tene mau i ho sino o to e kovia nge i he mea ku ke whinga ki ai. Pea ko hono ua ki ai koe taimi. O ka bau te tau whakatonga i koe o whakanatula ka tau tolu tau a bongbongi. O folo fui akau e hongo fulu tupu. Tau video ka ki nau tolu koe a koe folo fui akau. O no molo ia. Ka koe mea koe ke tau manatu i. Koe taimi ko ho mohe po uripe ke a ke pongpongi o ka pau ke toto maalunga a ke pongpongi ko si maulalo toto au. O ka pau te mo ilo ien ia mo tolpe koe ni mo sivi ho mo toto. Fe hui maha taka te au ko fe taimi koe uhinga e foi akau, koe uhinga ke ne tukuhi foi toto maalunga. Ka wikai ko te follow ki tae fu ya ka upea tai chesia pa vete ki ia o to o ia pa to o mea ko to ia pa to ki hau to malunga ho ata o te whainga ta ia ki te to ngai aho. Ko tāne ngai umea lahi au pito ke te iloi o ku very simple in concept ka to ton ke te iloi uhinga u te follow fu ya ka wai. Ko mea ni to ton ke mo talango mo to ke ta. Talamai anga te au ko fe time le reita ke follow ngai fu ya kau ko ni. Kia te au ko a pongpongi o ko a ke ko sma malolole. Ere ngai u mea ko na mo wa tamai ai pila family pe mo ha fu mo ku ita he ia hai mo hai ne mo he au pa na hola ka to te volo ko ya poko ya. Pe wa ka pongpongi ko foki fo ai blood pressure ia normal. Te ufolo foi akau ki hene no morope ko ufolo foi akau i hene hai. Ko taimi ko hai ai ko taimi ko te fe au pe manga u fainga ta ai aho. O kawai pe mo kai vare. Kawai pe pe mo fanongo talanoa ko to ta hange ko Fatima. Ape popongi o ta tu ke ya. Ya Mrs. Ploka ko ha me na fanonga le poko alu e to malunga ki olunga. Ko lau fu pia. Aia ko mea koe i kuki ai. Sio ko taimi au hu mahuinga ko toto e fui akau toto malu. Ko taimi ko e te stress, ko taimi ko e lahi ko e hamu mutu ai whakau kau e ngai mea o e whanonga anga ko e ni, ko taimi au whi ma ue ngai fui akau. Taimi ko u te kaivare ai, ko taimi au whi ma ue ngai fui akau, he kono inga ko pau ke alo e blood pressure ki o. Ko taimi ko te hela i ai, taimi ko ke te malolo lelei ai ko pau pe ke alo blood pressure pa ko me ai au tonu ke ilo e tonga ko to pe i a honi ai uhinga ko e follow fu ya kau ai ko te se blood pressure ni mo to ko mo mafu ko dano sai ko fo grande suka o ko fa tonga i ka suka to ko la o mari o na do fai be foi por pare matatau. Ko ai pongpongi ko no molo suka ia i ngai lahi asino e poko ia o folo foi akau suka pa mo ngalo e ka ia pa whakawawave ke o ngā ue pe a ose i rie ki foi suka ko ia ai ki foi akau ko ia pe a toki hu mai e hongo fulu taha ai ngai fu pereti i mea toko ni ko ose i rie foi akau taha e suka e ke ata ko e uhinga e te folo ai foi akau suka ko e suka ko u te kai. O tonu ke va ofe fo ya ka suka mo kai ka ku kai ke folo ya bongbongi pa ke takataka ya ko fa fa tapu o si ai ho fa ni ma be os pa toki kai pe toki to mai fu foi kai pe kai ke ngatai to e hu mai ki ti se ice cream
Katak ma to ta ki e ke mai ma mele maile Pe fefe nai ai suka ko ni hangi ka pa ko meleni pe ko saine momo o ku ka moia I he whatupunga o suka pe e kusaya ko suka whanatula. Hange ko ine ni mata.
Sai de vong malo pi te fiu ko ni ka fiu te ngi ko ha me meri ai te mu te kai ngai me ko ni. Unga masima unga konokona pe unga meri e ko suka.
O ku suka ia ka ko inga pe ko suka natural ko suka nga o hi o kovi. Ina tatau pe.
Ko pau te kai ke foi mereni konokona mai no ko konokona wi kai ka suka. Ka pau te kai ke mereni mo e foi ya ka o meri mai no o ku ia e suka. Pe ko winga meri ai o suka.
Tatau pe mo suka natural ke kovi pe ia.
O kai ke winga ia ku kovi. Ka ko ku winga ke ko suka. Ke he ko nga u e foi ya ka u ko winga ke suka. Tatau pe porque suka whakanatula, porque suka artificial, porque haha nga suka ka ko suka, they need e kau ngā ue ke whakahoko. Uhinga ia insulini, ka uhinga ke ne whakahu e suka I he sino. He kua pau pe ke nau alu ke halanga toto,
Ko ia.
Pea koe uhinga rewa mo folo fui a kau metformini mo mea ke whakamalohi ai ki insulini koe ni koe o handicapi, ke lava whai ngā ue ke whakahu, ai suka. Pe koe suka hau me fua I a kau, pe koe suka hau pe a me he whakasuka, pe koe suka hau koe artificial suka, they still suka.
Suka. Ke suka pe. Ke suka pe.
They need, ai mea ke whakahu ak nau tonu. It doesn't matter pe mo uire rei, pe koe kai mo uire rei. Koe poini, koe inga, koe suka, koe hae uhinga, e te wholo fi a kau suka, ke whakamalohi e motua, o ku vai vai ke whakahu e suka, ki he ngahi konga I sino.
Ko ia.
Ka koe mea kou saia ngai mea whakanatula I he mereni. O toi ai whoke vitamini ai. O kui ai mo minerals. O nau tokoni ki nā tolo ngai mea ke he sino. But they still have sugar. They still have sugar koe nu whaikai ai talanoa. Ka koe taimu koe suka. Koe hu ai suka koe ia po pau ke alu ke halanga toto. Ke hu mei tua me halanga toto. They need somebody ke taurek nau tolo he feitu nau hu ki ai. Ko uhinga e insulini. And therefore, o ka pau ku handicap e de insulini, you need a metformin to make him work. Yeah? So it makes sense, Ko tupe mahalo mahino, ai foi konga ko ia. O tatau pe ko suka moirerei, ko suka mamahaka, ko suka huge halanga toto, they need to be transported out of the blood vessel. Me circulation o ave ki he sino. And therefore you need te ngai o mea koe na.
Se ne kaha mea ke tāna ki ai ke kata whakase ni ko te peu kai ni ngai mea ko.
Ka koe ki poini ko ke taha ake na rau tāno atu koe a malnutrition.
Ko ia.
I he tio koe koe tau tolu koe tau whakapau tau pete tau koe malnutrition ni ko no uhinga koe te sino si I pe aku te ha pakau matai fie kai ia pe ngai mea koe. O toi whakatu tāmaka ke malnutrition ia ai si sino. Koe klasia ko pakau ku whanga whakatapu, pe hange ko tau whaatala tau toria o mata I kai mo I rei, mo I fuoloa nau toria he klasia ko sisino. Ai ko no inga foki ko sisino mea ku I ko sisino pukeia. Ai aku tau pehe tau toria, ko e whakatu tamak, ko malnutrition whakatu tamak tahaia, I o tau kakai, I kai ke palanisi, ai ngahi umea tokoni he koe ngahi u nutrients ko ia koe mahuinga ki he sino it's about almost 92 o tau kei vainga holope tau toluia au hi vaua au tau vainga holope tau toluia he tolu ngofulu ua ngofulu taime tahaia te ki nutrients ia ko mau ko foi tahani mape hoa kai ko ni hange ko ni ku kai ko fu preti puaka pe amoe foi talo mahalo ko nutrients ko me ai ko ngofulu tupu pe ke ngofulu ka more fitu ngofulu ia pe ele lava reva ma o me fe ai ko foi me fe ma o ai ko time ko tau kai ai o fe ma o ke varieties ke lahinga i me ke he o ka pau ko foi ia kau ai ke varieties e me ko class ke ai vestapolo ke class ke hu mai ai pe mo ki me I kakano I manu hu mai ai pe pe mo me italo me I ufi mo ha kai ua fula moderation istaki. Pe ko moi lelei pe ko ha a ko fe mau ke oua te kai o fu kai ke makon. Ta ke fa fo ke tu e Fatima a ko chope ko hoa re ti oni ko a Clotina Helu ko ni ko hu mai sai ke tau ko nga kau. Ia tau ko ka ma palo.
Ke whai hui.
Iyo, take tā Pakieli malo o pito, mahina o pito pe ho o whamatala koe ko whai, to whamalo ata o pito. Ko ki whia ilo atu pe e au, hange ko o lau koe na ki he, ke mautoka ngange o mau e tau mea toko ni ko o mi container me tonga. Hange pe foko, mautol koe na e toki lere mai pe, mau o smahen pe na mautupa pe o lalahi tonga. Ko ki whia ilo atu e au, pe te mautari ki tonga na koe pe hau ki whaama au hena ho mou. Fonua o ngari ofi mai ia ke e fefe ke hu mai pe na koe pe ha ufa ma au hena ke hu hanga ton mai ki ma ange e he container ko mai me tonga ko fie ilo pe
Ko fa ma ka o po na ke lava ka ka niu ke wanga ke waro ka ngai niu a wa io mo me io fe tu kwa tu ki siato ka ma winga fo ke ai fe wi ko ni ko nga he ko ilo pe ula ngai u container i tonga ko he ko e ko no mo oni ai o mo irere ia o pito ngai me to kon me tonga ka ko tai mo fa tu tama kai e tau ma o fulai ai ko tai mo tau kai o hinga fulai ko nga ke fo ho wa kai ko fu pereti la fu fono pereti ko pau e ki holo ke pereti a ko pau te ki breakfast pekita me italo o ste hu mai ma foi hopa ho ata pa uma mo konga ufe via fico to at kai o fu fono pereti ai ko hinga talat ko motor racing ko ha me ure ia ngai u me to kon me tonga he ko no hinga u kakato ai ngai u nutrients ko ia ko ai ko ko tano kai u te kai ke ta funga la ya ke pesticides
Organic,
i tonga ai o mi lai organic i pe ngai u me to kon ia ko ni ai u ha me tonga toi ke he atu ai lai luia o hau me tonga
ai ate ka
ko hinga pe anaia
o ke hinga mai ko ia
ko ngasipi hafu ko ngasipi ta o ia o to kaia ke o sai pe fo ke mea ka moderation ko foi ki ia
Ma me te kon fo poto.
kai ko kai fu peret fonu i he sipi
ai fo to ta ke hinga ko ia ke mau hakawai ata pe ngahi po i mea koe ni o e te lolo ia funga ko au pito pe o e te whapaku lahi.
O ki kai ko uhinga ia. O te kai ke utano ata he funga no haka. Ka ko haka vai, ko ki funga haka ia na kai fuki tau ila tu i tonga ia ka na whangaua ke tau whangakui. Ai haka koe pa inu ki vai haka. E ko he ko inga na ilo e tau whangakui e ta tolu alo e miuno sia mo mea o nofo i he vai haka. Ko tai min dia ko tau whakapot tau tō. Tau tō pa hua e vai haka ia. Ka tau inu tau tō le mea ko i te ha miunosia.
Mai whakapaniu ngahi.
Ko haka vai, o kau ia fui whakau o ki kai ke tonu ia ki. Ko sai taha no tao.
Ko ia.
Ko inga ke ua alu e miunos. Ma tu ko haka vai ia ko valve ai tafe e miunos me ia. Kai ke rewa hoke, ono te hoko te tarwhiwi, kau tari e rewa a Clotina Helu. Tina, malo pite tau mau he whiawhine o whiwoloha o pūri.
Kai ke soka Tina. Tina ka tako asi mai.